from one of the... The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Off the play fake, Dixon. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. Offensive starters time, Charles, for the Washington Redskins.
Let's look at Josh Dotson, the wide receiver out of TCU. Grew up in Fort Worth. His mom works at the university as a vice president. He actually went to Wyoming first, transferred back to TCU, and boy, is he a high flyer. Throw it up in the air, he'll go up and get it.
Here we go!
Off play action, Dixon. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago. 4 catches, 65 yards.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
Now they try the right side here. Dances by him. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, If you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dixon. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And they have secured that spot in the playoffs, clinching the NFC North division, in fact. So for the moment, they'd be hosting a wild card game in round 1.
And that's cause for celebration, because anytime you're in the playoffs, you're happy. But the idea that you're in the playoffs and you're hosting the first game you have to play, that's a big-time lift for that team and for the organization, because everything's familiar. You're at home. Your routine stays the same. You don't have to go on the road and change things up.
Get a win, get some momentum, see what happens in round 2.
And we've seen it happen before. A wild card victor in the first round, they often propel themselves towards the Super Bowl.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards. Do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Off the play fake. Dixon. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic first down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Off play action. Dixon. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Back to throw. Dixon. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Off the play fake. Dixon. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. But how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays. I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the run with the ball.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Here's Tressway now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3-and-out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing on first down. Dixon. Pryor has it complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
A gain of 32 that time.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dixon. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Pistol, it's Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. On 4th down, Dixon. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the in this case, he was a big factor in the run.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. An NFL update, 2nd quarter now in Jacksonville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So out now come the Redskins. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Let's go! 38!
To throw on 2nd down, Dixon. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. On 3rd and 2, Dixon. And some room to work. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. On 1st and 10, Dixon. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dixon. And he's got some space here. And that one results in 35 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down, Dixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Dixon. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw again. Dixon throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Terrell Pryor that time. And now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to. We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. On 4th down, Dixon. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He probably wants to improve how he's been playing. There's no doubt about that. But you don't want to overthink it too much and reinvent the wheel when your team's up, right?
That's so true. Because now if you're just worried about how you're playing, even though the team's winning, that's a selfish side of you that you don't want out there. And that's not what the best quarterbacks exhibit. So here's an opportunity to go ahead and guide the team, try and get better as the game goes along. But remember, your team's winning. Things are pretty good.
Yeah, they've got the advantage. We'll see how he does personally here this drive. Second down now after the pass completion.
13. All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. The Packers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Goodman. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep. It's caught at the 10. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. They give him a gain of 38. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. They go play action here on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both the Packers and the Redskins are having some trouble moving the ball through the air. The yardage totals are low, and that's helped play into what was a low-scoring first half. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now first and 10. Great stiff arm here on the run, and he's going for the 55-yard touchdown. Packers up by a touchdown. Redskins take over late in the second. Dixon's going to hit off the left side. He'll end up running for over 20 yards on the play. A fumble would end up leading to a turnover. Now after the fumble, under pressure here, the ball is picked off. Redskins defense comes away with the turnover.
Okay, Larry, back here, 7-0 our score as we ready ourselves for this second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
And that's why you see so many teams play a 3-4 defense, because that set gives you a lot of flexibility about where to bring pressure from, and it's hard for an offense to pick it up. Left side, right side, up the middle, especially with some really flexible linebackers.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that a defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? Well, where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's 2 guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dixon. Completes it right side to Dodson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Off play action. Dixon. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. And adding on to their lead, the Jaguars have scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Packers offense now. They get ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down, 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Klein. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Packers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9.
They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy most likely to bring him down. That was a nice gain.
Off the play fake. Dixon. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Looking to throw. Dixon. And the pressure gets to him again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Tressway now, standing just about on his own goal line. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Packers. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Throwing again. Dixon. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. The Redskins on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play of who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Klein. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And that is incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now back to throw. And only coughed it up, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
set of downs here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
They're going to look to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Give him 6 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and goal. They come up in an offset eye.
Green 39.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go. Red 38.
To throw on 2nd down. Dixon firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Back to throw. Dixon. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Here we go. Red 38.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 24 that time. And it'll be 1st down, Redskins.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Dixon. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Come on, let's go.
Back to the air on second down. Dixon. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down. The Redskins on third down. They've been stymied left and right. Converted only one time. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun. Dixon. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. This offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Montrevious Adams in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
Here we go now.
On 3rd down. That's Barrett. And some room to roam now. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game of the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number.